I thought I found a girl who wanted a quiet life. She said she didn't drink, didn't go out, just study and work. But the truth was hidden behind neon lights and lies. By the time I found out, she wasn't just working there, she was owned by it. And I was just another fool with a wallet. I'm sitting on this concrete bench at Victory Monument, and Noina reaches over and kisses me. Soft, like she's afraid I might break. I feel safe with you, Steve, she whispers against my lips, and something inside my chest just melts. It's been 3 years since my divorce. This story had been sitting in a corner of my heart for a long time, until a message from a longtime viewer brought it back to the surface. He's been following the channel for a while, and in his email, he wrote, "She said she didn't want nightlife either, but by the end I was paying to keep her from going back to it." That line hit hard. At first, I just stared at the screen, blinking. Then I felt this strange rush, part sadness, part embarrassment, part relief. Because someone else out there got it. The slow unraveling. The trust you want to believe in. The lies that don't show up all at once but sneak in quietly through the cracks. I realized I wasn't alone. And if you're here watching this, maybe you've been there too. If any part of this story resonates, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment and let me know where you're watching from. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps more than you know. And for those of you who keep returning, week after week, leaving support, sharing your own truths, even hitting that super thanks button, just know this. I see it. I feel it. And I'm genuinely grateful. You make this space feel like something real. All right, let me take you back to where it all started. 3 years since anyone looked at me like I mattered. You make me feel safe too, I tell her, and I mean it. Her hand finds mine, small and warm, and we sit there watching the traffic circle around us like the whole world is spinning, but we're perfectly still. I never had a man who just wants to talk with me, she says, her English careful and soft. Most men, they only want one thing. I squeeze her hand. I'm not most men. She smiles then, this shy little smile that makes her look even younger than 25. I know. That's why I kiss you. The way she says it, like she's giving me something precious, makes my heart race. I'm 52 years old, and I feel like a teenager again. Can I see you tomorrow? I ask, already dreading the thought of her saying no. Yes, she says simply. I want to see you every day. We walk to the BTS station together, her arm linked through mine like we're something real, something that matters. When the train comes, she kisses my cheek and whispers, "Thank you for being kind, man." I watch her disappear into the crowd, and I'm already counting the hours until I see her again. That night, lying in my empty condo, I tell myself this could be something real. For the first time in years, I feel like I have a purpose again. 2 months earlier, I was sitting alone in the food court at MBK, reading a paperback thriller and trying to ignore how pathetic I looked. That's when she appeared. "Excuse me," she said, hovering beside my table with a shy smile. "You are American?" I looked up at this girl in jeans and a modest white blouse, her hair pulled back in a simple ponytail. "Yeah, from Oregon." "Why?" "I study English literature," she said, clutching a worn textbook to her chest. "Can I practice with you, just for a few minutes?" Something about her nervousness made me say yes. She sat across from me and asked careful questions about my book, about America, about why I came to Thailand. I took early retirement, I told her, needed a fresh start. "What did you do before?" "High school English teacher. 28 years. Her eyes lit up. "Really? That's why your English is so perfect. I want to be teacher too, after university." We talked for an hour. She was studying at Ramkhamhain, she said, working part-time at her cousin's clothing shop to pay for school. She lived with her aunt in a small house near the university. Simple life, simple dreams. "I don't like bars or clubs," she told me when I asked about her free time. "Too loud, too many drunk people. I prefer reading, studying." When she left, she gave me her line ID. "Maybe we can talk more about books?" Over the next few weeks, we kept bumping into each other. The same food court, the same coffee shop in Siam. It felt like fate. Our conversations grew longer, deeper. She'd tell me about her literature classes, her favorite Thai poets, her dream of teaching English to children. "My family is poor," she said one afternoon over iced coffee, "but education is the way to make life better. I found myself looking forward to these accidental meetings, then to our planned coffee dates. She never asked for anything, never hinted at wanting expensive dinners or gifts. "I'm not like other girls," she said once, looking embarrassed. "I don't need designer bags or fancy restaurants. Simple life is better life." That's when I knew I was falling for her. Here was a girl who wanted what I wanted, someone real, someone genuine, someone who valued conversation over consumption. "Where were you last night?" I asked, trying to keep my voice casual. "We're walking through Chatuchak Market, and Noina's phone has been buzzing nonstop in her purse. I told you," she says, not meeting my eyes. "Helping Aunt at the morning market. She sells vegetables. Very early morning, so I sleep there." It's the same story she's told me 3 times this month. The nights when she doesn't answer my texts, doesn't pick up her phone. "I tried calling around midnight," I say. No answer. "Phone died," she says quickly. "Always forget to charge." I want to believe her. God, I want to believe her so badly it hurts. But something's been eating at me for weeks. The way she'll suddenly go silent mid-conversation, staring at her phone with this worried expression. The way she always has to leave by 10 p.m. on weekends. "Important family thing," she always says. Last Tuesday night, she showed up to meet me at Emporium looking different. Hair perfectly styled, makeup done up more than usual, and there was this smell clinging to her clothes, sweet perfume, mixed with cigarette smoke. "You look beautiful," I told her, meaning it. "Where did you get ready?" "At my cousin's shop," she said, touching her hair self-consciously. "She has good mirror, good lights, and she sprayed perfume on me too much, I think." She laughed, but it sounded forced. "She smokes too, that's the smell." I nodded and smiled, pushing down the voice in my head that kept whispering something's wrong. "Your cousin has good taste," I said, and her relief was so obvious it made my stomach twist. Now, watching her ignore another buzz from her phone, I feel that same sick feeling. "Is everything okay?" I ask. "You seem distracted." "Just tired," she says, finally looking at me. "School is very hard now. Final exams soon." She reaches for my hand, and her fingers are cold despite the Bangkok heat. "Thank you for being patient with me. I know I'm not always available like you want." "Hey," I say, squeezing her hand. "I understand. School comes first." But late that night, lying awake in my condo, I can't shake the feeling that I'm missing something important. Something she's not telling me. I'm picking up Noina's handbag from my couch when the pink envelope slides out onto the floor. At first I think it's just some receipt or school document, but when I bend to pick it up, I see her photo staring back at me. Professional headshot, heavy makeup, pouty lips. And the words that make my blood run cold. Club Eden, Gentlemen's Entertainment Staff ID. My hands are shaking as I stare at her picture. This isn't the shy student I know. This is someone else entirely. "Steve?" Noina's voice from the bathroom. "Can you find my lip balm in my bag?" "Yeah," I call back, my voice cracking. I shove the card back in the envelope, but I can't unsee it. Can't unknow what I know. When she comes out of the bathroom, I'm sitting on the couch holding the envelope. Her face goes white. "Steve, I can explain." "Club Eden," I say, my voice flat. "Gentlemen's Entertainment." She sinks into the chair across from me, tears already starting. "It's not what you think." "Then what is it?" It's from before," she whispers. "Before I meet you. I quit already. This ID looks pretty recent, Noina." I know it looks bad. But Steve, please listen." She's crying now, mascara running down her cheeks. "I was desperate. My family needed money. School is expensive. I only worked there a few months." "What kind of work?" The words taste like poison. Just drinks. Talking to customers. Nothing bad, I promise you." She's on her knees now, reaching for my hands. "Please don't leave me. I quit when I meet you. I swear on my mother." I look at her, this girl I thought I knew, this girl I was falling in love with, and I don't know what to believe anymore. "Those nights when you disappeared," I say, "when your phone was dead. I was scared to tell you. Scared you would think I'm bad girl." "Jesus, Noina." "I'm not bad girl," she says desperately. I just need money for school. You understand? Your teacher, you know education is important. I feel like I'm drowning. Everything I thought I knew about her, about us, is crumbling. But looking at her tear-streaked face, I also feel this overwhelming need to protect her. How much do you need? I hear myself asking. To quit. To never go back. Her eyes widen. You would help me? How much? Maybe 10,000 baht each month? For school fees, for rent? 10,000 baht. About $300. Such a small price to save her from that world. Okay, I say. Okay, I'll help you. She throws herself into my arms, sobbing with relief. Thank you. Thank you. I love you so much. And despite everything, despite the lies and the ID card and the sick feeling in my stomach, I hold her tight and tell myself I'm doing the right thing. I need 15,000 this month, Noina says, not quite meeting my eyes. We're sitting in a small restaurant near her university, and she's picking at her pad thai like she's lost her appetite. University fee went up, and my aunt needs help with rent. I pull out my wallet without question. It's been 2 months since I found that ID card, 2 months of monthly payments to keep her out of Club Eden. Of course, I say, counting out the bills. Whatever you need. She takes the money quickly, shoving it into her purse. Thank you. You are so good to me. But something's different in her voice lately. Less grateful, more expectant. Like these payments have become routine instead of rescue. How's school going? I ask, trying to fill the silence. Good, she says simply. Very busy. And the job search? Any luck finding part-time work? We'd talked about her getting a legitimate job, something at a bookstore or coffee shop. Still looking, she says, but she doesn't elaborate. Her phone buzzes on the table. It's been doing that constantly during our dinner. She glances at it, and I catch a flash of worry cross her face. Important? I ask. Just my cousin. About the shop. But she doesn't check her messages, just flips the phone face down. Steve, she says suddenly, reaching across to touch my hand. You are the best man I ever meet. So patient, so kind. You don't have to thank me, I tell her. I care about you. I want to help. I know. That's why. She hesitates, then continues. That's why I want to find us a place. Together. My heart jumps. You mean, move in together? Small place, nothing fancy. I saw one near university. Very cheap, only 12,000 baht per month. We could split. Split. The way she says it makes something cold settle in my stomach. I thought I was helping so you could live with your aunt. Aunt's house is crowded now. My cousin moved back with her children. No space for me. She squeezes my hand. But if we live together, I can save money. Maybe quit looking for other work. The way she catches herself makes me pause. Other work? I mean, focus only on school, not worry about money. That night, walking back to my condo alone, I realized something shifted between us. What started as helping her get out of a bad situation has become something else. Something that feels less like love and more like obligation. But when I think about losing her, about her having to go back to that club, I push those thoughts away. At least she's safe with me. At least she's not there. My phone buzzes at 1:47 a.m. It's a message from Greg, my Australian friend who lives in Phnom Penh. Just a photo with no caption. I squint at the screen, trying to make sense of what I'm seeing. It's Noina. But it's not the Noina I know. This girl has perfect makeup, hair in loose curls, wearing a tight black dress that shows more skin than I've ever seen on her. She's standing behind a velvet rope, smiling at the camera like she owns the world. In the background, I can make out the neon sign, Club Eden. My hands are shaking so badly I almost dropped the phone. Then another message from Greg. Mate, thought you should know. She's one of their top girls. Been asking about you to the other customers. I'm going to be sick. I'm actually going to throw up right here in my bed. I try calling her immediately, straight to voicemail. Hi, this is Noina. Leave me message and I call you back. Cheerful, bright, like she doesn't have a care in the world. I call again, and again. Finally, at 3 a.m., she picks up. Steve? What's wrong? Her voice is different, harder, like she's putting on an act. Greg saw you, I say. No preamble, no pleasantries. Silence on the line. Long, horrible silence. Noina. I don't know what you're talking about. He took a picture. You're there right now, aren't you? More silence. I can hear music in the background. Laughter. The clink of glasses. Noina, talk to me. Please. I can't explain on phone. Then explain in person. I'm coming there. No. The sharpness in her voice cuts through me. Don't come here. Meet me tomorrow. We talk tomorrow. We'll talk now. I'm getting dressed. Steve. No. Please. Tomorrow. The line goes dead. I try calling back. It goes straight to voicemail now. I sit on the edge of my bed until sunrise, staring at that photo. She looks so comfortable there, so natural, like she belongs, like she's been there all along. When I finally get through to her the next afternoon, her voice is cold, distant. I'm sorry you find out this way, she says. No explanation, no tears, just sorry I found out. You said you quit. You've been taking my money and lying to my face. I tried to quit. It's not easy. Not easy. Or you didn't want to? Silence again. Noina, answer me. I don't have to explain everything to you. The words hit like a slap. You don't have to? I've been giving you money, nobody forced you. Her voice is ice cold now. I never asked you to save me. And then she hangs up. When I try to call back, her number is blocked. Her line account disappears. She's gone, like she was never there at all. I know I shouldn't be here. I know walking into Club Eden is the stupidest thing I could possibly do, but I need to see for myself. Need to understand what I was really dealing with. The doorman looks me up and down like he's measuring my wallet. Welcome to Eden, sir. First time? Yeah, I manage. First time. The inside is all red velvet and dim lighting, expensive looking but somehow cheap at the same time. Girls in cocktail dresses move between tables of men with beer guts and gold watches. I don't see Noina anywhere. You looking for someone special? The voice behind me is smooth, confident. I turn to see a Thai man in an expensive suit, gold teeth flashing when he smiles. Actually, yeah, girl named Noina. His grin gets wider. Ah, Noina, you have good taste, friend. She's very popular girl. Is she here tonight? Sorry, she off tonight, but I have many beautiful girls. No, just Noina. He studies me for a moment, and something shifts in his expression, like he's figured something out. You the American, yes? The teacher? My blood runs cold. How do you... Noina, tell me about you. About her special farang who helps with school. He laughs, a sound like breaking glass. She has good story, that girl. Very creative. Story? The shy student thing. Very popular with you Western guys. You all want to save the innocent girl. He lights a cigarette, blowing smoke in my direction. But Noina, she not innocent for long time. I feel the room spinning around me. What do you mean? She worked for me 3 years now. Started when she 19. One of my best girls knows how to make customer feel special, feel chosen. He taps ash onto the floor. You not the first farang she have. Won't be the last. She said she was quitting. Said she needed the money for school. School? He laughs harder now. She never been to university. Barely finished high school. But she smart girl knows what men want to hear. I'm gripping the back of a chair so hard my knuckles are white. The aunt, the cousin's shop. All bullshit, friend. She live in nice condo now, I help her get it. Very expensive place. Your money helped pay for it, I think. I turn and walk toward the door, my legs barely holding me up. Behind me, I hear him call out, Hey, teacher. You want to know real truth? She never quit, she just get better customers. I'm sitting in my condo, staring at my phone. All her messages are still there, months of conversations that now read like a script. Thank you for being kind, man. I feel safe with you. You are different from other men. Every line calculated, every sweet word designed to pull me deeper. I start scrolling through our photos together, her shy smile at the coffee shop, her hand in mine at the temple, that kiss at Victory Monument. In every single picture, she looks like exactly what I wanted her to be. Innocent, grateful, real. But she wasn't real, was she? She was a performance, a role she played for men like me. Men desperate enough to believe that they could be special to someone young and beautiful. God, I'm such an idiot, I say out loud to my empty apartment. But even as I say it, I know it's more complicated than that. I scroll back to our first conversation, reading her careful questions about my book, about America, about teaching. Even then, she was gathering intelligence, learning what would make me feel important, needed, chosen. The literature student who needed help with English. The poor girl working at her cousin's shop. The virgin territory of a woman who didn't drink or go to bars. She gave me exactly the fantasy I was looking for. I delete the first photo, then another, then another. Each one stings like pulling off a bandage, but I keep going. Our dinner at that little Thai place, our walk through Lumpini Park, her pretending to be shy when I first held her hand. All of it performance. All of it designed to make me fall in love with someone who never existed. The hardest part isn't that she lied to me. The hardest part is realizing how badly I wanted to be lied to. I created a story in my head about saving her, about being her hero, about being the good man who could give her a better life. But she didn't need saving. She had a nice condo, a steady income, a boss who protected her investments. I was never her savior. I was just another customer. Another lonely foreigner willing to pay for the girlfriend experience. When I finish deleting everything, I sit in the silence of my apartment and finally understand what really happened. I didn't lose the love of my life. I lost an illusion I paid thousands of dollars to maintain. An illusion I desperately needed to believe because the alternative that I was just another aging farang buying affection was too pathetic to face. I'm packing my last box when my landlord comes by for the final walkthrough. Moving somewhere nice? He asks in broken English. Somewhere quieter, I tell him. Outside the city. I found a small place in Hua Hin, near the beach. Nothing fancy, but it's honest. No neon lights, no girls in tight dresses, no illusions. Just an old American teacher trying to figure out what comes next. The moving truck is loading my furniture when my phone buzzes. Unknown number, but I recognize the message immediately. Steve, can we talk? I miss you. My finger hovers over the reply button. For just a moment I feel that old familiar pull. The desperate hope that maybe this time it's real. Maybe she really does miss me. Maybe she wants to try again, honestly this time. Then I delete the message and block the number. I drive through Bangkok one last time on my way to Hua Hin, past MBK where we first met, past Victory Monument where she kissed me, past Club Eden with its neon sign flickering in the afternoon sun. I don't slow down at any of these places. They're not shrines to lost love anymore, they're just locations where I learned expensive lessons about myself. At a red light near the highway, I see a young Western guy walking with a Thai girl. She's pretty, modestly dressed, looking up at him with wide, grateful eyes. He's smiling like he's won the lottery, like he's found someone special, someone different, someone real. I want to roll down my window and warn him. Want to tell him about ID cards and disappeared nights and monthly payments, but I don't. Everyone has to learn their own lessons, make their own mistakes, fall for their own carefully crafted illusions. The light turns green, and I drive away. 3 hours later, I'm sitting on my new balcony in Hua Hin, watching the sunset over the Gulf of Thailand. No one is texting me. No one needs my money. No one is performing gratitude or innocence or love for my benefit. It's just me and the sound of waves and the honest emptiness of starting over. For the first time in months, I feel something like peace. I didn't lose her. I lost the fantasy I built around her. And maybe, in the end, that's exactly what I needed to lose.